Hi, welcome to Rocket Realty Radio Show. My name is Poogle. I am a professional and an experienced real estate agent serving Dallas-Fort Worth area. In today's episode number 8, we are going to discuss on the topic, is now a right time to refinance? Let's get started. I have received multiple inquiries through email, people calling me, friends, relations, clients, and customers asking, Poogle, is it a good time to refinance? So I have summarized all their questions into top 5 questions. Hope you will find that helpful. So question number 1 is now a good time to refinance? The answer, folks, is absolutely yes. The interest rates are historically low. The 30-year, when I looked just before this video broadcast, was 3.18, the 30-year mortgage, and a 15-year mortgage is 2.34 points. Okay, so these are very incredibly low rates, and it is a perfect time to consider refinance. The second question that I've asked is about the cost. So I wanted to refinance. How much is it going to cost? Remember, when you do refinancing, it is almost getting a brand new loan. So you're applying for a brand new loan, and from the loan proceeds, you're paying off your existing mortgage. Therefore, the cost is going to be very similar when you got your home or for the first time. So the closing cost, which includes checking the credit, getting the title policies, getting the appraisal, getting the legal documents prepared, working with a title company. So these charges can vary anywhere from 1 to 3%. So that is the cost of doing the refinance. It could change, it could be higher, it could be lower, but it is anywhere in between 1 and 3%. Question number 3 is there a way to avoid these costs if I go and refinance with an existing mortgage service provider? Folks, the answer is no. Maybe you can save a little bit because they are servicing your mortgage, they have information about you. However, the way in which the mortgage industry works is whenever you are issuing a new loan, whether it is refinance or brand new loan, it has to follow some of the governmental regulation imposed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, because these mortgage lenders issue the loan, and what they do is to sell it to investors in secondary market. Okay, this is called mortgage-backed securities. Therefore, even if you go with the current service provider, the costs are not going to reduce. Okay. Question number 4 is very important. In question number 4, what are the factors I should consider before refinancing? There are 3 things you need to consider. 1, you need to consider your current interest rate. Your current interest rate that you're paying on the mortgage and the new one that you're going to get has to be at least 1 percentage point lower. Okay, or 100 basis point lower. Only then it makes financial sense, to move forward with the refinance, because refinance is going to cost you money, right? Therefore, the first thing is the interest rate. The difference between what you pay and what you will get in new loan should be at least 1 percentage point different. The second thing you need to look for is the duration after you refinance. Okay, because when you are lowering your interest rate and getting a new loan, there is a cost, closing cost associated with it. In order to recoup the closing cost, it takes at least 5 years for you to recoup those closing costs, which means if you are staying in the property, you should have a plan to make sure you're staying at least for 5 years, or if you are refinancing for an investment property, then you should hold that asset for at least 5 years so that you can break even the cost. Okay. The third factor that you should consider is you need to look at the existing mortgage loan terms, because many lenders have stipulations, and there are two stipulations that becomes critical in refinance. Stipulation 1 is they will say that you cannot refinance or resell the home, the loan, for at least X number of months. Some lenders says, hey, it can be for 24 months, some of them could be 14 months, some of them could be 6 months. So if you're trying to refinance within that time period, maybe the current mortgage provider will not allow you to do that. The second stipulation is the prepayment penalty. That means if you pay off the current loan ahead of time, within 15 or 30 or whatever the loan term is, the lender will charge a prepayment penalty. You want to make sure the current loan doesn't have those prepayment penalties. Now you can look at that in your closing document. It is called a promissory note, and in the promissory note it will have these clauses clearly laid out. That means stipulation 1 is how long do you have to hold the loan with the current lender before you refinance. The second stipulation is, do you have any prepayment penalty clause? If not, you can pick up the lender and check. So these are three factors you need to consider before refinancing. The last question is something a number of clients have had a number of discussions. So they ask, Poogle, should I go for a 15-year or a 30-year? That decision is purely personal, but let me highlight the difference between 15-year and 30-year. In a 15-year mortgage, right, you're going to get a lower interest rate, right? And you're going to pay off the loan in a shorter period of time. Therefore, the money that you're putting on interest will be overall lower. However, when you sign up for a 15-year mortgage, your monthly mortgage payment will be higher. You don't have any flexibility. You got to pay that higher mortgage. So if you are financially sound and you're comfortable paying, then you should go for 15 years. On the other hand, in a 30-year, it gives you little flexibility, meaning the monthly mortgage payment you make is nearly half. So if you're financially, your budget-wise, you're tight, then you can take a 30-year because your mortgage payment will be nearly half of what you would pay for a 15-year. Yes, it takes a longer time for you to pay off the loan, and over a period of time you're going to end up paying a lot more in interest. However, with 30 years you also have this additional flexibility, which is every month if you have extra money, say $100 or $200, you can pay that money towards the principal. Okay, that extra money that you pay is purely optional and voluntary, right? So maybe you have the discipline saying, I'm going to pay off $100 every month towards the principal of that loan. If you do just $100, the 30-year loan, you can pay it off in 25 years, right? So it reduces to 25. If you increase the amount you pay, then it will come towards more 20 years, and if you pay more, it will be equal to 15 years, right? But the flexibility you get with 30-year is because in 1 year or a couple of months you're financially stretched, you have to send your kids for college, so during that year you're saying, hey, I'm not going to be able to pay this additional principal, then you don't have to pay it, right? So the flexibility of 30-year is much higher, but with flexibility you also end up paying a higher interest overall. With 15 years you're financially strong and you're comfortable, then 15-year is the best option. So based on your situation, you need to decide the pros and cons of 15 and 30 years before you go for refinancing. Folks, I do this radio show on a weekly basis live on Friday at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. You can join me and ask any questions at facebook.com/Rocket Realty, or you can also join me live on YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/C/Rocket Realty TX. If you like these kind of videos, I would really appreciate if you can like me on the Facebook channel, which is facebook.com/rocketrealtytx. I can also subscribe to this and many other videos on YouTube, and my YouTube channel is youtube.com/c/rocketrealtytx. Thanks for watching.